Hi, this is Brian Plunkett. This is 21st Century Leader, Web Journal number 4, Systematic Improvement. Um, it's hard because all of these are similar, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm sure 5 and 6 are as well. So I'm going to try to address it as kind of a big picture thing so I'm not repeating myself and try to show distinction between the different categories. So when I look at this, the big difference to me is systematic improvement. And a system to me means a well organized, in this particular instance, a well organized school or any organization that has multiple facets or layers, and each one of those layers is working together in order to maximize whatever your goal is. In this case, it's student achievement. And so, you know, when I see how are you doing this in the digital age, I mean, to me, this is how are you effectively using tools to communicate with your community. We're in a more upscale community. We predominantly have people in the higher socioeconomic groups. And so, like, for instance, how are you maximizing technology in order to reach your parents and people in the community to assist you? So, we use social media. We have Instagram, I believe, you, Belinda, Twitter. We send out mass emails. We try to use all those things. We use technology on a daily basis in the classroom, but even every part of the system uses technology. I mean, our secretaries use all sorts of different types of technology when putting together the master schedule with administration. Our counselors have programs that have all sorts of personal student data that they can pull up on a regular basis through Aries and other means that they can utilize. Our attendance clerk is using data in order to show us school attendance and all sorts of, disseminate the data to tell us all sorts of things about student attendance. And we're using that information then to target students that we think are at risk of being chronically absent. And, this is where you start to see a system where every single group is using technology in a way to maximize the fluidity of how a school works. Our special ed department uses SACE, a program just for special education, to pull up data and test scores for students in special education. This is across the board. Everything we do, our SST program, excuse me, our SST program, we've created spreadsheets for us to utilize with those for accommodations for students. So every teacher can create a list that we used amongst ourselves. There are a million different instances of how we are using technology. I've just given a plethora of them, but this is how we systematically improve. Is we don't target one thing, we target everything. Any area that can be maximized, we do that. And so if you look through my school growth plan had many of these things. A lot of the means to achieving the goal, the means is through technology. Now, technology is certainly not the ends, but it is a means to systematic improvement. You can streamline things. You can achieve things faster if you want to share information. And sharing information quickly is the name of the game when it comes to systematic improvement. This includes going through different online databases and journals for research, which I've also done as the basis of creating my school growth plan. Um, Collecting data, we've used online online metrics, meaning we've sent out surveys, we've had students answer things online, and then we can collect that data faster and use it faster to make change faster. So all of these are examples of how we've systematically changed as a school, how we are using technology in every facet as a means to achieving our goals, which at the end is maximizing student potential, but we're doing that through a myriad of different technological processes. So, you know, this also, last thing I'll say is systematic improvement. It's also important to have different layers. Systematic improvement is also, do you have a vision statement? Do you have a big picture goal that people can rally behind? Because again, technology is a means to that, but the system already needs to be in place. The principal needs to have a relationship with the assistant principal, with the teachers. The teachers need to have relationships with students and each other that are positive. And again, using technology to communicate, to share information, I think allows you to create a culture in which everybody values and buys into contributing and assisting each other. And so I certainly feel like my school growth plan, the meetings that I've led throughout this program, the technology that I've implemented and utilized in my class, the trainings I've given to other people on technological use have all shown that I have learned through this program to use technology in a systematical way. So, in multiple facets in order to improve a school as a whole in order to maximize student improvement. Thank you very much.